Hey guys, Sharpen Blade here. Today we're going to take a look at the Civivi Ortis. There are quite a few reviews of this knife on YouTube, so I'm just going to give you kind of a quick overview of my thoughts on the knife. So, just in case you haven't seen anybody else's reviews on this, I'll do the specs still and the size comparisons, but then I'll just give you my thoughts on it. So, blade length, 3.25 inches. Handle length, 4.25 inches. Overall length, 7.48, pretty much 7.5 inches. Blade thickness, very thin and slicey at 0.12 inches. And it's 0.47 inches thick in the handle. 9CR 18 MOV blade steel, clip point, hollow grind, blue FRN scales, lots of different colors and options, coated blades, Damascus blades, yada yada. You know, typical Civivi, tons of options for you. Deep carry, pocket clip, lanyard, tube here for you if you like lanyards. Size comparisons. Rat Model 2 and Rat Model 1. Closer in size to the Model 2, but you get a bit more blade length out of it. Don't put away the Ortis. So yeah, it's comfortable in hand. In both hands. I can, however, feel the pocket clip. It ramps up quite a bit here, so I can feel that in this hand. But I wouldn't necessarily call it a hot spot. It's just, you know, it's there. Like I say, very slicey. Combine the thin blade stock with the hollow grind, and this thing just, well, cardboard might as well not even exist. It just completely obliterates right through cardboard. I've never seen anything slice. Well, maybe my TRM Atom, it slices pretty good too, but this is like a friggin' laser beam. It is screaming sharp out of the box, and it's just a joy to use. It's just so, it just slices through everything so easy. It's got a nice piercing tip on it there, but it is thin, so you gotta be careful with that. It's a flipper. I love the color of it. It's very nice blue, and I also love that it's got blacked out liners. Very nice. There's some skeletonizing done in there on both sides. Quite a bit on this side. It just weighs 2.9 ounces, so it's very, very light. Now it's FRN, but it's a really nice feeling FRN. It kind of feels like a cheaper G10, if that makes sense. But it's like, I felt like FRN before in knives, and it's not nice, but this, some FRN is nice, and this is definitely nice. Nice milling done on it. It just feels really nice in hand. Doesn't feel cheap at all. It's got some jimping on the liner lock, and it's got a nice finger choil / sharpening choil here, although I wouldn't necessarily use it for a finger choil unless you're just doing very dainty work with it, but that's just me. Like I had mentioned, the tube here, it's nice that they do that. I like that being done as opposed to putting a hole through the knife. It just disrupts the hole, although these, since they're black screws, it kind of looks like holes anyways, but but it's nice, much more uniform look to it. The pocket clip, even though it's milled into the FRN, it's not milled all the way through, through, but maybe they can only go so deep. I don't know. but it does kind of make it look not so bad on this side, since it's not milled really far into it. So I don't know, maybe it's just an aesthetic reason. I have no idea, but it's not flush with it. So you don't really notice that at all, though, just when you look at it like this. But yeah, really nice looking knife. Now the only thing I don't really, well, there's two things I don't like about it. I guess there is some jimping on the flipper tab too, but it's kind of, the jimping's kind of sharp. I don't know if I'm just a wuss, but it's kind of sharp on my thumb. I don't, like on the liner lock here, like you feel it. If you were to fidget with this knife a lot, I think it would start to kind of irritate your thumb after a while. So I don't know if it's just the one I have or not, but it's really, no, I shouldn't say really, but it's just more so than other knives. You can kind of feel it jimping a lot when you go to unlock it. Now the detent is very, it's softened up a bit since I got it, but it was a very strong detent. It used to irritate my finger too. I guess maybe I'm just a big wuss, I don't know. But it used to irritate my finger too trying to open it. Like I say, it's softened up a bit now, so it's not quite so bad. But it's a very strong detent right out of the box. And it just goes into a nice detent. It's very snappy though. The action's nice and snappy. You want to use the more of a light switch flipping action with it. It's if you try to do a push button, you're going to feel this jimping, and it is going to be kind of irritating to your finger. But the light switch is not so bad. But because it has a stronger detent, I can't really use this hole as any kind of deployment method. So, which, I mean, whatever. It might just be for looks, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people use that to middle finger flick and stuff, but I don't know. It could just be mine. It's very smooth though. It's on bearings. Nice and smooth action. Well, at least I think it's on bearings. Should double check before I say that. It's got to be on bearings. It's so smooth. Let's see here. I'm going to go off camera for a second. Just a sec. Yeah. Definitely, yeah, it's bearings. So yeah. Not super drop shutty, but it is super smooth. And it was $40. So USD, $40 USD. So I mean, it's a great budget option, and it's a really nice knife. Yeah, the detent's a little bit strong on mine. I don't think, nobody else has mentioned that in any of the reviews I've seen, so it could just be mine. But it's one heck of a knife for the price. Like the fit and finish is just, I wouldn't say perfect, but pretty freaking close to perfect for being a budget knife. I mean, Civivi is a very nice brand, so can't really complain about the fit and finish. And it's got T8 screws all the way around too, which is nice. It's nice to see that from companies. I should double check that too. My goodness, I'm gonna have to double check things more often here before I start saying them, but I'm pretty sure it looks like a T8. Can I get it in? Yeah, it's T8. Yeah, so yeah. Very nice. Oh, well, I shouldn't say all the way around. It's got T6 on the pocket clip screws, but at least when you take the knife apart, you just have to use T8, which is a nice thing for knife companies to do. It's very annoying having to keep switching Torx bits when you try to take your knife apart, but anyways, before I start rambling too long on this, if you haven't picked one of these up, now's the time to get one, because they're awesome. Well, it's not really now's the time, but you might as well get one. Why not add it to the collection, because it is a great knife. So, that's about all I wanted to say. Thanks for checking out the video. Take care.